LDWMAC, 2 videos in a row from the coach early in the morning. You're live on the Coach's Show, the Coach's Show live. Okay, folks, this has been a hot topic here. It's been a hot topic. And we even got into this discussion, thanks to James Perez on my live stream last night. So I'm just going to put it out, okay? I really, is Amanda Nunes the number 1 fighter in the world right now, or when it comes to females? Okay, and I got to do a video, too, about Daniel Cormier and Stephen A. Stupid, because they got Amanda Nunes. It's just that list that they put out is all wrong, man. I'm going to make a video about that. Is Amanda Nunes the number 1 female fighter in the world right now? Right now, who's doing what Amanda Nunes has done? Okay? Let's really be honest. Who's doing what she's done? And I'm not a Nunes fan. I mean, not really. Okay? Now, I'm a fan of how she fights. She can fight. I mean, honestly, if you can't even stop for a minute to admire that this woman can actually fight, okay? She went back in there, not only, she got stopped, okay? She came back against Juliana Pena after getting stopped. Came back and she took her belt back. And she did it decisively. I mean, it was a 5-round brutal beatdown. Like, she came in and did what she said she gonna do. She took her belt back. She took it back. And then I got another video coming out too, that Juliana Pena deserve a trilogy. And I'm gonna put my reasons why I think she does. But who's really truly done what Amanda's done? Now, Chris Cyborg has recently come out and said, nope, she the number 1 pound female fighter in the world. Okay? She's saying that, hey, I'm a Grand Slam champion. I've done it in different sports, and I'm all for that. My only question is that these two never got a chance to run it back. Chris Cyborg and Nunes, they never ever got a chance to run this back. And that's the problem. That's the problem that I'm having. If Chris Cyborg could legit have a chance to run this back with Nunes, and if she beats Nunes, okay, but how can that happen, y'all? How can it happen? Okay, like, I don't know how Chris Cyborg and Nunes can run that back. I have no idea. It's not like, Dana White gonna play ball, because, Dana don't play well with others. So, how? But I think that if Amanda Nunes knocks you out, like, legit, I think if she knocked you out, I feel like Amanda is ahead of you, okay? Like, folks, I don't know if it's just too clear, if we're just making sense. Well, the whole issue with Valentina, if Amanda beats you twice, and I understand, because we keep going back and forth, all of us, on that second fight. We feel like Valentina won. Here's what I'm saying, okay? As a challenger, you can't be a reactive fighter. Now, what I'm saying is a reactive fighter. A reactive fighter is a person that they fight, but they're more so waiting on their opponent to make the first move so they can counter. That's a reactive fighter. Being defensive is another thing. You can be defensive and offensive. Okay? You can be defensive and you can look for offense. And there's plenty of fighters who got great defense, but they look for offense. Rose Namajunas is extremely defensive, but she's also offensive. I mean, she takes the time, or she can become offensive and also be defensively responsible. Okay, when I say reactive, it's not an insult. It's just, hey, Valentina is going to wait for you to make a move. She's going to wait for you. So you have to lead this dance. If you go back, and what I was trying to explain last night is that if you go back and if you look at Valentina versus Liz Carmouche. Oh, Smoothie King. Care about no damn Smoothie King. Yeah, I do, actually. If you go back and watch Valentina versus Liz Carmouche, you notice that Valentina and Liz Carmouche, they have a very similar style. They're both reactive fighters. So guess what? What fight were the fans expecting to get? What fight were you going to get when you have two fighters who are very reactive, okay? Who are very reactive and not truly like straight offensive juggernauts. That's the fight. You're going to have a standstill. You're going to have a standstill. And you're going to have a low amount of strikes per round. Okay? It's how the styles match up. Okay? There's nothing wrong with either style. But if you're trying to take the belt away from the champion in a close fight, you have to be a bit more offensive to do so. And I think that was the argument that I was trying to make. It wasn't me slighting Valentina, okay? It wasn't me slighting Valentina, being defensive. That's not it. Because being reactive and being defensive are two different things, okay? And you have to understand what you're talking about when you're talking about this MMA thing. In my experience watching MMA, okay, the champion will get a close fight. They get it. You have to definitively go in there and you have to take that belt from the champ. You have to definitively do it. You can't just go and, just pick shots, and you can't do that, okay? Because most of the time, I say most every time I've seen, when there's a very, very tight, close fight between the champion and the challenger, the judges will kind of they'll give that belt to the champion. Okay, I think I've seen in one situation where the Carl Esparza fight. When Carl Esparza won that belt from Rose Namajunas, that fight had it only had, one takedown. But the judges gave the fight to Carla on that one takedown. Okay, they gave it to her. Carla, nobody was winning that fight, really, nobody. I think Rose had a couple of more strikes, a few more strikes. And, I was expecting, hey, maybe they'll just let Rose retain the belt. Nope, they gave that belt to Carla. That's one of the very few scenarios that I've seen. But I don't know. Okay, if somebody beat you twice, is the person that you beat twice, is that person a better fighter than you? Folks, we have to truly use some common sense. If somebody beat you twice, folks, it's common sense. You're not better than the person that beat you twice. You're not better. We can't go off some system of merit. We can't go off that. We can't go off of, if it was this, if it was that. We can't do that. We have to look at what is being shown, okay? And what's being shown is Nunes beat Chris Cyborg once. Nunes beat Valentina twice, okay? Yes, we can talk about Nunes' stoppages. Nunes done got stopped. She got stopped by Pena. She got stopped by Davis. She got stopped by Zingano. Nunes she's been stopped. She got stopped by Anna Maria. She's been stopped. Okay, hey, you got no argument there. But are those stoppages? What weighs more? The stoppages that, most of those stoppages happened, years and years ago. Or right now, her knocking out Cyborg and her defeating Valentina twice. Which one holds more water? Which one holds more water? Which one holds more weight? Tell me. One of them hold more weight. You tell me. And do y'all think Amanda Nunes avenging the Cat Zingano loss, is that going to do anything? Probably not, but Amanda Nunes avenging the Juliana Pena loss. By the way, who Juliana Pena beat Cat Zingano. Which one is better? Avenging a loss to Juliana Pena or avenging a loss to Cat Zingano? Which, by the way, one of them was only possible. One of them was only possible. And when Cat Zingano was in the UFC, the last parts of her stages in the UFC, Cat Zingano, she couldn't even beat just normal people. She got beat by Megan Anderson, y'all, who Amanda Nunes completely dominated. So, look, folks, the argument is there. We can argue and we can say, well, Valentina has defended that belt. Oh, yeah. But Amanda Nunes, she beat people up in two divisions. And, if we look at 145 pounds, Nunes beat Cyborg, she beat Spencer, and she beat Anderson. Okay, Anderson is the weakest of the two, but don't tell me that Felicia Spencer not a good fighter. Felicia Spencer can bang. She a hell of a fighter. This girl went 5 tough rounds against Amanda Nunes and she went 5 rounds. How many fighters are legit going 5 rounds with Amanda Nunes? How many? Unless you stop Nunes, you going 5 rounds unless she stop you. Either or. Okay? It's no back and forth with that. Felicia Spencer is a good fighter, was a good fighter before she retired. One of the top fighters in the world. Okay? Felicia Spencer could fight. I kind of sit and wonder, man, how people can say this woman wasn't a good fight and it's not a good fight on Amanda's resume. Felicia Spencer is a notable win on Amanda's resume. Very notable. Okay? Valentina got more title defenses. Yep, that plays a role too. But when you look at the nuts and bolts of this whole thing, when you look at the true nuts and bolts, guys, who beat who? Tell me, who beat who, ladies and gentlemen? Who beat who? Who actually beat who? Because when I look at the records show Nunes got 2 wins. She got a knockout win over Cyborg, and she got 2 decision victories over Valentina. I'm sorry, I can't get around that. There's nothing else that I can see with this, y'all. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look. You know, even if Valentina had won one of the fights with Nunes, I would be arguing saying, yep, it's Valentina. Okay? Because then you know what I would say? I would say, well, you know, Valentina took the belt from Nunes. So, see, that's what I would have been saying. So Valentina is a champ in 2 weight classes. That's what I would have been saying. But folks, we can't totally disregard. Amanda's a champ in 2 weight classes. And literally, she cleaned out 2 divisions. Oh, and I forgot. Who else? And Amanda Nunes beat Jermaine Durandame twice. Come on, man. Jermaine knocking people out, knocking mofos out, not putting them to sleep, putting them to rest. Amanda beat her twice. Folks, I don't know. That's a hell of a resume.